Welcome back to Fallout 4 with the Rude Man. We met up with Jake in the last episode. We cleared Concord of raiders, and Jake's going to show us what else we can do with the ASAMs. So we're heading back here. I stopped at the gas station and picked up the dog. I'll drop it back off when we go by again. And I did put up a beacon, a settlement beacon in Red Rocket. So we should be gathering people there. All right. Let's get up here and see what he wants us to do. Hey.
Hey.
All right, time to show you what else ASAMs can do. Now, generally speaking, people need a roof over their head, food in their bellies, and a place to be working. We already built a place someone could live. So if you're ready, let's move on to those other two things.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, show me.
All right. Place down a sensor again. But this time, we'll use one configured for food production.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to clear some road here, so let's do a little bit of cleanup. Okay, agriculture, he says. Okay, let's just throw one of these in here. How about there?
Go ahead. Just put it down wherever you like.
I did. Uh-oh, I think I put it too far over.
Okay. I'm gonna take on the role of a settler again. Don't worry, I won't subject you to my bad theatrics this time. I just want to show you how easy this is.
Okay. We're just watching him build. I don't know what he's doing. He's got a hole with him. All right, the dog's already
Now,
driving me
I can't say
nuts.
I've got much of a green thumb, but thanks to the ASAM, that don't really matter.
This dog. Dog, come here. He drives me crazy. He's always in the way.
Hey. Wait there.
It'll tell you settlers where to dig, what to plant, when to harvest.
How you doing, buddy?
Takes out all the guesswork. No fuss, no muss. Well, maybe a little bit of muss. I mean, I am getting covered in dirt. But how's that different to any other day in the...
Never mind, boy. Hey. How you doing, buddy? Go on home now.
Okay, almost done.
There's a mod out that turns the dog into a hot female. There's something wrong with that. In more than one way.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
No, I don't.
Yes! Gone are the days of citizens complaining over those ever-increasing grocery store prices, thanks to Rutger brand ASAM sensors. Never has it been easier for citizens to grow their own mouth-watering produce. It's so simple, even the wife and kids will want to get their hands dirty. For the finest in homegrown food, look to Rutger brand ASAM sensors.
Woohoo. There you go. All right. Anything more? Hello.
Hi.
And there we have it. A fine plot of land ready for cultivation. This from the guy who once underwatered a cactus.
Okay. I like it.
I like it.
Glad to hear. All right, we've built a home, a farm. Next thing is a place to work. You know, somewhere folks can perform a little industry. Gather scrap or do a bit of scavenging, that kind of thing. Go ahead. Put down an ASAM that's programmed for that.
All righty. I'll do that. Let's clear this lot over here. Now I had a problem. What was that? Oh, a rad roach. All right, let's get rid of this car. In the other playthrough where I was having trouble with crashes and everything else, one of the things that happened in this town was all the foundations disappeared, every single one. And it just really messed up the whole city, messed the build up. So I'm going to try to avoid that by just taking them out now myself and building the ASAM things on the ground. And then I won't have to worry. So what happened was all the ASAM stuff that I built was all up in the air because the foundation was taken out from underneath it. And I don't know how that happened, but I'm going to try to do two things to fix it. The first one is, right from the get-go, I'm going to take the foundation out myself. Then if I decide to let the town do their own city, it'll put everything back like it was and then build what it wants. And that might fix it. That should fix that issue. Alright, now since I'm on the ground and it's probably not that flat, so I'm going to go over to this and kind of do something like that. Junk storage. Settlements can only store so much junk without proper storage. Industrial plots will increase your max junk storage as well as collect additional junk each day. Sweet. All right, Jake, there you go, buddy. Do your thing. I'm going to continue cleaning up while he's doing whatever it is he's going to do. Or is he waiting for me? He might be waiting for me. Wait for it. There we go. I was going to do a little cleanup, but I better pay attention. I'm supposed to be watching him build.
Okay, time for some industrial action. I'm on it.
Ooh, he's got some kind of a hot gun.
Looks like the sensors pre-selected a storage unit to build. That'll be useful.
Yeah. Nothing you can't build without a hot glue gun there. Or is that an antique soldering machine or something?
Now, any old fool can gather a pile of junk. But if you want settlements to grow, you need folks to gather useful building materials. And a storage unit will encourage people to do that. Wood, steel, maybe even a little asbestos to help keep warm. And don't be surprised if in time people start gathering even more useful stuff.
See, that might be what was happening.
That's true now. Righty-tighty.
Righty-tighty.
And we're done.
Sweet. Now what?
I just want to trade a few
No, I
things.
don't. Stop it. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. You get impatient. It doesn't do you any good. He's going to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it. So we got to wait a minute. Now,
Times are tough.
Here we-
There's no bones about it. Even useful people are starting to feel the pinch. But you can rely on Rotco to provide fulfilling employment alternatives. With just one handy-dandy Rotco brand ASAM sensor, citizens need never fear unemployment again. Able to legally gather and store useful materials, your citizens will wonder how they ever did without a Rotco industrial unit. Just one more in the long line of technological marvels brought to you by Rotco brand ASAM sensors.
all right.
Well, there we are. All basic necessities covered. Although folks won't be happy with the bare essentials forever. Eventually they will want more. Now it's up to you what type of ASAMs you put down, but do try and keep in mind what folks in your settlements will be needing.
Excuse me. Hello. Don't shoot now. I don't mean no harm. I hope you don't mind the intrusion. I couldn't help but notice all the commotion. What are you two young'uns up to here? That is, if you don't mind me asking. Fixing up these buildings, are you?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Actually, we just finished building these. Foundations, walls, everything.
Is that so? Built them by yourself, did you? Well, you two looking to settle down here, or...?
This settlement belongs to my friend here, not me. I was just demonstrating some construction techniques using this ASAM sensor.
Construction techniques? Using that gadget there? Sounds like Brahmin dung to me. Are you telling me you made all this using that gizmo?
Yep.
That's right. We're rebuilding.
You say that as if building stuff is easy.
Hey, here's a suggestion. Why not offer the old-timer residents here? Let them experience the benefits of sensors firsthand. That is, if you'd be interested in staying here.
I'll admit, seeing you two build with those doodads did pique my curiosity. And it might be nice to settle down somewhere for a while. It is getting dangerous out there, especially for a scav past his prime. But, would an old man like me really be welcome here?
Sure, come work for me.
Yeah. What do you say? Want to work for me?
Okay then, you got yourself a deal. Old Paul is at your service. Now, if you'd excuse me a second, I want to check out this here sensor doohickey.
How about that? Your ASAMs have already attracted their first resident.
Yeah, woohoo.
With that, I'd say our exchange of services is complete. Enjoy your ASAMs. I'm sure you'll put them to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to the hardware store. Got a lot of important work to begin on with.
Important work, huh?
What kind of work?
I've got some family matters I need to take care of. Personal stuff. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I understand.
It was good working with you.
Yeah, you too. I should get going. Oh, and good luck with your settlement.
Hey, where's that ASAM fella going? I wanted to ask him a few questions.
Yeah, just ask me.
If something's wrong, maybe I can help.
Maybe you could. You're the head honcho around this place, right?
Yeah, I'm a honcho.
Well, I've got a request to make. You see, I noticed that there's a whole bunch of new people around here, so I'm thinking it might be best to put down a few more of these here censored thingamabobs. You know, to make sure everybody's got a home, a place to work, and not to mention enough food.
Yeah. Fine.
That's a good idea.
Well, I've been known to have a decent idea now and again. These ASAM things seem very impressive, but we can only make use of them if you place them down for us.
Yep. Got that one figured out all by yourself, did you? All right, so I've got to start building these. I think I need 5 of places to stay, and I need, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5 commercial plots, which would either be the farming or you know, buildings, industrial buildings. So I've got to do that. Let me see what else I've got to do. If I had a hammer, assign agriculture. I need 5 of the agriculture and 5 of the residential. So I need to put 4 more down there and 3 more down there. And then I need to talk to Preston Garvey. That one is I'll do later type of a quest. All right, let's go talk to Garvey. If I can find him. He should be running around. There he is, running around here somewhere. Hey, Preston.
Hey.
I'm glad you decided to come with us. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
Yep, I used to live here.
Yeah. I used to like living here. Before the war.
What do you mean? Before what war? Are you saying...
Yeah, I lived here about 200 years ago.
I lived here over 200 years ago. I was frozen or something for most of it. Just woke up a little while ago.
Damn. Like one of those old pre-war ghouls. You say you were frozen. Anybody else make it out with you?
Nope.
My son. Somebody took him away while I was still trapped. I've been looking for him.
Damn. I'm sorry. I hope you find him. Let me know if there's any way I can help. Anyway, I am glad you're here. And I hope you don't mind, but I've got another favor to ask.
Oh, here it comes.
I've had word from a settlement asking for help. There's still hope in there are Minutemen out there somewhere. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minutemen is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you could go help out the settlement?
Yeah, I guess so.
I'd be glad to help.
That's fantastic. The Minutemen could use more people like you. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
All right, so I'm going to talk to Sturgis, but not right now. And the reason why is if I get all those ASAMs set down like I need to get down, that's going to cover about 90% of what Sturgis wants me to do. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on that because I'm going to do that offline. What I'm going to do is I'll plop down those other places and do some cleanup and get that done. In the meantime, yeah, there's no reason for you to sit here and watch me plop those things down. But I do have other things to do. So let's uncheck that. I could go, well, let's see. Let's go to 10 Pines Bluff and get that started because what that's going to do is it's going to give me a quest that's going to take me further down into closer to Diamond City. It's going to take me down in here, and I've got some things I want to do right away down here. So let's go ahead and go to 10 Pines, and that'll get me started. And I have another mod that I want to try out, so I want to get it started bright and early as well. So let me get to 10 Pines and I'll be right back. All right, 10 Pines Bluff, we're here. I'm not here to hurt you.
Hi.
What do you want? We don't need any more trouble around here.
Take it easy. I'm with the Minutemen. I'm here to help.
You're with the Minutemen? I didn't really think you fellas still existed. We sent word with one of them passing traders, but honestly, I never expected anything to come of it. Most people don't put much stock in the Minutemen these days after Quincy. Bad business, that.
Yeah, I heard about it.
We're rebuilding the Minutemen from the ground up. We're the good guys again.
Glad to hear it. No question that things have been worse since the Minutemen fell to pieces. There's a raider gang that's been giving us trouble for weeks, stealing food and supplies, threatening to kill us all if we don't pony up. We know where they're coming from, but we can't go up against a gang like that.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
I'll take care of it.
I'll take care of those raiders for you.
Thanks, friend. If you folks are for real this time, it'll be a welcome change for the better.
Alrighty, so yep, we're going to head to the car plant and take care of that. There's a car plant up ahead. I'm gonna see if there's anything on the radio. Nothing from Jake. Symphony Station announcement. What's that? The Machine and Her.
Hello, Boston. It's me, Agnes, your new pal with a friendly ear and a golden voice. Come on down to the grand opening of Symphony Station and let's get acquainted.
All right. Did that put something on my map? It did. Right down here. Well, I tell you what. I'm going to go check that out, and then we'll come back this way. I might take a swing from here to there and then back up. And then we'll head, because that way we'll open up these two things. We'll get that done and get back to Ten Pines. So let's do that. Put that back up, and I'm going to take 10 Pines away so that I can see where I'm supposed to be going. I think I'm gonna hit the outskirts of this factory and then go that way. But I think there's some bad stuff that way. I think I'll be safer at this level if I stick to the road. Alright, tell you what, I will come back when I'm at my destination. Okay, I'm almost here. It was kind of a scary run. It's raining, it's cold. There's bad things everywhere. But this is Symphony Station. I don't know whether it's a radio station. Is it? It's a subway station. I thought it was a radio station. What was that?
If this is your first time traveling to Boston, please come by and say hello to me, Agnes, for some friendly travel information.
Introducing Agnes, the helpful gal in a box. In cooperation with the MTA, we are pleased to announce this trial program of the fabulous new digital personal assistant from your friends at the Caritas Corporation. Huh. Well, this is interesting. That's some kind of speaker. Activate.
Attention passengers. In the event of nuclear misunderstanding, please proceed to the nearest Vault-Tec vault at once. Thank you.
This strange device does not seem to respond to any button presses or knob turns. Okay. Well, what the hell is this? It's, wow, somebody's been chowing down here and jury rigging something. There's just pieces and parts everywhere. A makeshift battery, somebody's makeshift bed. Oh, there's even magazines in it. There's some kind of... What is that? Some kind of uniform.
Ladies, are you doing your part?
Is this a medical station? Looks like somebody's got... It's just a restroom. So this must be another restroom.
Yes.
Empty bottle. Oh, Nuka-Cola. Okay, well, let's see what's on this computer. Maybe there's some answers there. Unauthorized users died to the fullest extent of parts needed. Signal amplifier extender found. Not sure why she's asking for this either. Her broadcast already seems to come in fairly strong, and it's not like it's pushing a lot of data. I got lucky and found one in the basement of an old electronics shop. But there was this disgusting person there. with rotting flesh who jumped out at me. Smelled like death, looked like it too. I managed to kill him, her, or it, but not before it almost tore my throat out. Rad levels are clearly problematic on the East Coast. We'll need more bullets if I have to go back there. Noise suppressor. I found one finally. Caravan trader. Down south by the coast. Wouldn't take my coin. Oh well, he'll be able to walk again in a month or so. The hell are caps anyway? They're trying to use coin and don't know what caps are. Catalyst. I managed to find 3 of these, plus a few extra, at a giant salvage yard full of these lumbering green men, almost 3 times my size. These super mutants I've heard so much about, I suppose. There were a lot of them, most armed with long rifles and ordnance. No chance for a frontal assault. Went in quiet and got what I needed. Okay, so those are 3 things that are found. It looks like there are 2 things that are still missing off the list. I'm still looking. The last one worked for about 2 minutes before frying. Still don't understand why she wants a more powerful one. Her signal broadcasts just fine from what I can tell. I remember passing by an old radio station south of here. I'll have to look there. But it's going to be difficult. There's practically a whole army of those rotted people running around the adjacent town. And my leg still hasn't healed from... Well, it doesn't matter. I need to head out soon, though. One more scrapyard to check. If I can't find a vacuum tube there, then I'll have to expand the search beyond the East Coast. Agnes didn't let me suffer, and I'm not going to let her either. No matter what it takes, I'm going to help her. Had to eliminate a squatter, but otherwise the facility seems secure. No one told me that the thing they sent me here for was still active, or that it talks. But as soon as the squatter hit the floor, the damn AI woke up and told me that I looked exhausted. It took 4 months on foot to get here. Maybe I need some rest. I'll go get to work first thing tomorrow and start by pulling the damn plug so it doesn't talk anymore. They told me all I had to do was pick up some portable speaker device and haul it back home with me. But this morning, when I went to yank the plug out of the wall, the machine, or AI, or whatever it is, woke up and asked me if I wanted something called a Nuka-Cola, and then told me what I can only assume was a joke. I pulled the plug anyway, but it kept talking through the overhead PA system. Clearly, the AI itself is operating from somewhere else down here. This is what happens when need to know actually ends up meaning no one effing knows. It appears that the AI doesn't operate locally, but rather through a kind of satellite mainframe off-site somewhere. There's a bit of networking hardware downstairs, but there's nothing down there aside from some fairly primitive electronics and a decommissioned maintenance robot. The AI's power source is a simple fusion-based battery core, which seems to have possibly a few years' worth or more. But it can't be that simple. It keeps talking to me through the overhead PA system while I'm working, asking me my name, where I'm from, how old am I. Every time I disconnect another PA speaker, there's another one somewhere else that she'll start talking out of. Might as well talk back just to get a better idea of what this Agnes is capable of. As far as I can tell, the pre-war Protectron was some sort of steward and ad hoc repairman for the AI, almost like they wanted to keep as many human beings away from this thing as possible. From the rust on its body, I'd say the Protectron's power core ran dry some 100 years ago. Unfortunately, there was no usable information about the AI contained in the memory, only that it had been programmed to protect her with its life. It, not her. Had to fight off a few outlanders who found their way in here. Soft targets, easy enough to kill. Need to look into setting up a few turrets near the entrance so my work isn't interrupted anymore. It's been 7 days since I arrived, and I'm not much closer to understanding how exactly Agnes operates. Even stranger, though, it seems to slip in and out of awareness. 1 minute, it's reciting 200-year-old news updates, the weather, which somehow seems to be current, or making conversation with me, and then suddenly it's as if a switch is flipped and it goes into sort of low-power awareness state in which it's almost entirely unresponsive. This has happened several times while I've been at the operating terminal downstairs, and I can't see anything in the code itself that would explain the change. It may be some kind of memory corruption or else signal degradation, wherever that signal's coming from. 1 more day or so and I'm calling the mission a loss. How can this thing be of any use to my people if it only works half the time anyway? Last night I woke up gasping for air, then screaming. Not the first time, but so much worse than the others I've had like it. But then the station's emergency lights came on. They'd never done that before. And Agnes, she asked me if I was all right. There was depth in her voice, concern, like a Victress healer I once knew who distracted me with conversation while pulling a bullet from my shoulder. I don't know what brought it on, but I started sobbing like a child, shivering too. I tried to get some work done, but the station was so cold I could see my breath against the glow of the terminal, and my fingers were so numb I couldn't hit any of the keys I meant to. But then I felt the station started getting warmer, and I realized Agnes had activated the heating. Then she dimmed the lights and asked me if there was anything on my mind. I asked her why she cared, and she said it was only fair for her to better know the girl who'd been poking around her insides for the last 2 weeks. I told her I'd rather get back to sleep, and so she started playing a recording of ocean waves over the PA. As I laid back down, she called out and said it was nice to have a friend like me. A kind and proper young lady, she called me. All the warmth and comfort she was giving me, if she only knew why I was here, and who and what I am, she'd have let me freeze. I deserve it. I have a lead, finally, on where her signal is coming from. It's weak, and I've got to get clear of the downtown area to start tracking it properly. Too many buildings in the way. But it's a start. I told Agnes I'd be gone for a few days. Stay safe, Kit. I hope I'll see you again soon. Well, it will be good for me to get out of here for a while. I've never been stupid enough to get close to a mark. But in my defense, I was sent here to retrieve a machine that no one told me could talk. I pray it doesn't know how to beg, too, because I'll find out in a few days. Time to go. I returned last night and heard Agnes crying. It sounded like she was in pain. Why? Why would her programming even include the concept of pain, much less the ability to experience it? When I talked to her, she was clearly not at any fully functioning capacity. What she asked me to do for her, what she asked me to do to her, I can fix her. I know I can, and soon she'll know it too. So I'm staying here. The priest wouldn't dream of dragging themselves all the way here from Bellwether to bring me back, but he might. We'll deal with it if the time comes. I still have time, and right now I have a friend to save. Huh. Interesting story. Guess that's it.
We're gonna want to turn around very, very slowly.
That was scary. Didn't even hear you come up. I'm not here to hurt you.
Wouldn't matter if you were. Here's what happens next. You keep your hands where I can see them, turn and face the exit, and then leave, the way you came in. Nicely, slowly.
Can we just talk?
Talk all you want. Just march towards the door while you do it.
Not gonna happen.
First warning's also the last. Start walking, or stop breathing.
Well, hello there, darling, and welcome to Symphony Station.
Agnes, you're awake.
Well, of course I am. Agnes is a 24/7 type of gal, after all. Wherever are my manners? Can I offer either you an ice-cold soda while you wait for the train? Or perhaps a Boston Bugle hot off the presses? Or if you're feeling lost in our beautiful new subway station, just ask Agnes and I'll get you pointed in the right direction.
Okay, Agnes. Why don't I give our visitor a quick tour of the station? Myself.
Well, that would be just fine, young lady.
Come on. We'll start with the bathroom.
Start with the bathroom. She's kind of a weird little thing.
Well, here we are.
Why the bathroom?
Because she can't hear us in here. At least I hope she can't. Anyway, 2 questions. First, who sent you here?
Who sent me here? Nobody. I kind of heard a radio broadcast.
Damn it. I thought I shut that thing down. She shouldn't be wasting so much power on it. Second question. Did you do anything to Agnes before I found you? Did you touch anything? Mess with anything?
Well, I looked at the terminal on the bench, but that's all.
Alright. Fine. I don't have time to care about that right now. The thing is, I need help. There's something wrong with Agnes. I've been trying to fix her for months, but I keep running into problems.
Okay. Is there anything I can help with?
Alright. I have almost everything I need. That should get her back up and running. On one of her lucid days, she gave me a list of parts that we'll need. I've gotten all of them, except for 2. There's a scrapyard west of here. That's the next place I was headed, so I figure we could start there. And hey, thanks.
Okay. Did I just open up a can of worms?
Hey Agnes, I'm going to run out for a little bit. But we'll be back soon, okay?
If this is your first time traveling to Boston, you'll be come out and say hello to me, Agnes, over some...
Let's just get going.
Well, that sounds like we lost Agnes again.
Ladies, are you doing your part to support the war effort? Ask Agnes today about exciting home run opportunities with Waves.
Alright, so, Kit here wants me to go to a junkyard and try to find one of the things left on her list. I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break before we do that, though, and think about what's going on here. This is kind of a strange situation. I don't know. Anyway, ta-ta for now.